What's going on, beautiful people? And welcome back to another comic book review video. I'm your majestic sailor of words, SuperCliff, and if you guys are new to this channel, then do me a generous solid by smashing that like and subscribe button so that you will always be kept up to date with your favorite top tier comics happening in the comic book world. And today, guys, we are covering the finale to DC's Warworld Rising and Action Comics, issue 1035. Written by Philip Kennedy Johnson, with the pencils by Daniel Semper, and the colors by Adriana Lucas. And guys, if you haven't been keeping up with the Adventures of Action Comics, then definitely check out the playlist within this video's description. It will help you get caught up with everything that's been happening within the Superman Action Comics line. Thus, without further ado, let's get freaky. Alrighty folks, so our story begins with some action. Action showcasing Thao Law and Superboy clashing against one another in superb superhero fashion, while Superman manages to swoop down to get Lois Lane out of the danger zone. Because right now, Thao Law has been coerced by Mongol to kill everything and everyone that Superman holds dear. Because this was the plan all along. Thao Law was essentially Mongol's Trojan horse, Mongol's weapon in taking out Superman. And with the fate of her entire race at the mercy of Mongol, Thao Law has no choice but to obey her master, to obey Mongol. Now, eventually Superman returns, stopping Thao Law from punching out Jonathan, and Superman is trying to tell her that there has to be another way, a way in which that nobody has to do this and that nobody needs to get hurt. But she tells Superman that this isn't something that, she wants to do. You, Superman, are my idol. You are my hero. The person I would hear stories about growing up back when I had nobody else to look up to. I don't want to kill you, but I have no choice. I need to save my people. I need to be their hero. Thus, with the device in her hands, we learn from this machine that Thao Law is being watched by Mongol. Thereby, she needs to do the deed. She needs to kill Superman. But with Thao Law totally unsure, not knowing what to do, with being conflicted, she looks to Superman. She looks to her hero. And alas, she decides that right then and there to trust him, to trust Superman, trusting her hero to save her people from Mongol's tyranny. Therefore, by trusting Superman, the machine in her hand starts to erupt with loads of blue energy, which seemingly shocks Thao Law with the utmost intensity. And with Thao Law begging for help, Superman rushes in to save her. And upon him taking the box away from her hand, the energy surges through Superman's body. And while this is happening, Superman is holo-projected in front of Mongol. And after asking Superman if he knows who he stands before, Superman, in defiance, tells the villain that at the end of all of this, when our battle is done, only one of us will be standing. Only one of us will be the winner. And with that, Superman destroys the box, ending his projection. But despite Superman's assurance, we see Mongol smile, because despite Thao Law's failure, Superman has taken the bait. And so it's only a matter of time until Mongol and Superman fight. 2 days later, we see the Superman family standing above the gravesite of the two Philosians who came with Thao Law, who ended up getting killed by the Warzoons. And sadly, those among the Superman family were unable to learn their names. Yet despite not knowing them properly, Superman and his family hold their respects regardless. And if the day should ever come when Superman learns of their names, he will write them down in the history books so that they will never be forgotten. Which, by the way, is extremely nice. And it's probably something that I would like to say that, I would do, but I would definitely forget to do so the next day. But I digress. Now, Thao Law, she's currently in a healing chamber following the battle. With everything that she went through, she's going to need some patching up. But Superman promises her that he will go to the Warworld and he will free her people, no matter what. Later at the fortress, the Justice League show up to give their condolences, and they tell Superman that if there's anything they can do, if there's anything that they can help with, they will. However, at the same time, the team also tells Superman that he is no longer a part of the Justice League. Essentially, he's getting kicked out due to what's happened with the Genesis fragment and the dispute between Atlantis and the United States. Therefore, because of what's going on, with Superman having caused a ruckus between the world governments, the League feels that this is the best solution, the best decision, in order to help mend things back to normal. But if that wasn't bad enough, the team also tells Superman that they can't come with him. They can't go to Warworld, because with the world in such disarray, they can't risk leaving Earth, only for the planet to be thrusted back into a war. Therefore, they need to stay to protect it. But fortunately, Superman, he gets it. And he tells them, don't worry about it. It's no biggie. I know that at the end of all this, you guys are still my friends. And I know that eventually this whole situation will work itself out. However, when it comes to Warworld, I'm not going to wait any longer. I'm going straight to Warworld. And with that, our hero says his goodbyes. But as everyone starts to take off, we see Batman. The Dark Knight stay behind. And being blunt as he can be, Batman asks for the whereabouts of the Genesis fragment. But Superman doesn't tell him because right now, he's currently keeping it hidden, keeping it safe from either human or Atlantean from tapping into the power source. But Batman assures Superman that he will find it. Whether it's days, weeks, or months, he will find a Genesis fragment. Now it's here where our two heroes switch to a different topic, which of course regards Warworld and Mongol, and how this is clearly a trap for Superman. But not only do they talk about that, but they also talk about the Authority, the secret team that Superman's been building up in Grant Morrison's Superman and the Authority book, a team which was designed to accompany Superman to Warworld and to help our hero free those who were being held hostage by Mongol. Later on, we meet up with Superman and Jonathan, and they're having a conversation about what's going to happen. Now, Jonathan is extremely frustrated because for a while now, he's been telling his dad that if he goes off to Warworld, then he will never come back. And Jonathan knows this because he has been to the future. He has teamed up with the Legion of Superheroes, and he has read about the day when Superman left. Now, although John, he didn't read the specifics, he's completely convinced that this is the mission which compels Superman to leave Earth. But regardless of what the future holds, Superman tells John that he needs him to take up the mantle. He needs him to become Superman during his absence. For the symbol of hope needs to remain within the sky. People need to be reminded that hope remains and that the darkness will never win. Thus, Jonathan Kent needs to become Superman, Superman of Metropolis. Now, before Superman takes off for good, there is just one last person he needs to bid farewell to. And that person, of course, is the one that we all know and love, is Lois Lane. And with swooping up Lois, taking her up into the night sky, we see DC's power couple embrace one another with the utmost love. We are given the romantic depiction of love between the iconic Superman and Lois Lane. And you know what? There's no city and chaos in the background. There's no war. There's no awkward bathtub sex. It's just Superman and Lois up in the sky, both madly in love. And with that, they make love. They have sex in the sky. Afterwards, with Lois back in her bed, Superman takes off to do what must be done. And as we follow our hero, our Man of Steel, we see Superman descend down into an alley where he is met with his team, where Superman is met with the Authority. Thus, Warworld Saga has begun. And that, folks, was Action Comics issue number 1035. And hot damn on a stick, was this issue beautiful. From start to finish, there is just tons of heart and emotion, especially with the character of Thao Law. And as a huge Superman fan, you can definitely feel her struggle. Superman is literally her all-time favorite hero, so the fact that she has to kill her role model, it's heartbreaking to see. When it comes to Mongol II, he's definitely a much more sinister version of Mongol. Dude seems to be a lot more calculating, and obviously one of the things that we imagine connoisseurs hate seeing is the villain still in power. A villain who is yet to show his true hand. Therefore, I am wildly intrigued to see how Mongol furthers his plans when it comes to PKJ's upcoming Warworld Saga. Another thing that needs to be touched upon is Clark Kent's departure. Now, this part of the book was exceptionally well written. Legit, the words, the way in which characters look at each other and react to one another was just majestic. And when it comes to Superman and Lois seemingly making love above the night sky, and sure, we can make a ton of jokes, but it needs to be said that with this panel-to-panel progression, the dark blue night sky with Metropolis's city lights and the moon and stars glowing, there's this sort of romance that truly bleeds across the pages. Legit, these pages were expertly handled, and it never comes off as a cringe or weird moment. It truly felt organic. And yes, when it comes to the book's art and color work, It's brilliant. That work that is on display here has the utmost romanticism to it, and I cannot wait to see Daniel Sampere and Adriana Lucas's craft and further issues. Overall, Action Comics issue 1035 was truly an amazing issue with loads of heart and emotion. I cannot wait for Superman's upcoming adventures. Legit folks, if you haven't been reading Action Comics, then definitely consider starting it. It's really good. Action Comics issue 1035 gets a sexy 9.5 out of 10.